Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, today's session is types of testing. Today concept is types of testing. Very, very important concept that is types of testing.
Okay.
We will discuss today types of testing. Whenever you are working with any real time, any company in real time, we will use max we can perform 18 types of testing. Max we can perform 18 types of testing. Today concept to types of testing. Very, very important concept that is types of testing.
Okay.
Whenever you are working with any software company, max we can perform 18 types of testing. Today we will discuss that 18 types of the testings. First testing, very, very important testing, that is build acceptance testing. Build
Build
acceptance
acceptance.
testing. We can say BAT. We can say BAT. One second, I will write you once again. Build acceptance testing. Build acceptance testing, or we can say BAT, or we can say build verification testing. Build verification testing,
Verification testing.
or we can say BVT, and we can say sanity testing,
Sanity.
and we can say smoke testing. This is only one of the type of testing only, but we can say number of names: build acceptance testing, build verification testing, or sanity testing, or smoke testing. Okay. Yeah, what is build acceptance testing, or build verification testing, or sanity testing, or smoke testing? We will discuss now. Whenever you are working with any software company, first of all, that the software company people, they will divide the whole project into some modules. They will divide the whole
Yeah.
project into some modules. This is called high level designing. This is called high level designing. This high level designing done by chief architect, CA.
Chief architect.
And one module divided into some sub modules, that is called low level designing. That low level designing done by technical lead, TL,
Technical
technical lead.
lead.
So in this project, one team here, this is one module. This module, and this is one module. This is one module. Different modules we have. In each and every module, 4 to 5 members test engineers, 4 to 5 members test engineers, and one test lead will be there. One test lead will be there. Each and every module. For example, I'm working with this module. So in this module, 4 to 5 members test engineers, one test lead will be there. Total, each and every module, one test lead will be. Each and every module, one test lead will be there. Total project, one one lead. Total project lead will be there. Project lead.
Okay.
So, whenever you are working with any software company, always we will perform. Always we will perform module wise testing. We will perform module wise testing. Each and every module divided into some sub modules.
Sub-modules.
Each and every sub module divided into some build wise they will develop. Build, they will develop build wise. First, developers will develop one build. Developers will develop one build. They will send it to testing department. They will send it to testing department. So we will perform testing on the particular build. This build is properly further detailed testing or not. We will do testing, that is called build acceptance testing or build verification testing. There is meaning. Build acceptance testing. Okay, if it is build is properly, we will accept the build. Otherwise, we will reject the build. Okay. Build
Okay.
verification testing. We are doing testing. This build is properly further detailed testing. Is there any scope to perform testing? We are doing testing. That's why that is called build acceptance testing or build verification testing. We are doing testing. Build is properly or not. For example, I ordered 100 computers. I ordered 100 computers. They are delivering now.
Mm-hmm.
They are delivering now. My intention, my concentration on that 100 systems is delivering or not. This is my intention. Each and every system working or not, later we will discuss. Okay. First, they are
Mm-hmm.
delivering. 100 systems is there or not, I am counting. Okay. That is called
Okay.
whenever developer developed one build, they are releasing to testing department. In that time, this build is properly further detailed testing or not, I'm doing testing. That's why that is called build acceptance testing. For example, for
Mm-hmm.
example, developers developed one application, one build. Developer developed one build. In this build, we have value one field and value two field. Developers developed one build. They are testing. They are sending testing department. There you go. This is build. Is this complete build or not?
Value no,
Why? Why it is not complete build?
because you don't know. You're just putting some values one and values two. But what are you going to do with those values? It's not sure.
Here is no chance to perform any actions. Simply, I can take 10 in the place of value 1. I can take 20 in the place of
Yeah.
value 2. I can sit. I can't do anything.
Mm.
Why? Because here
Yeah.
is no result to no action. There is no need to, there is no scope to perform any action. There is no scope to perform any action. So, this is not at all complete build. So, we will reject this build. Now, they
Okay.
are adding a result. Is this complete build?
Yes.
No.
You can perform some actions.
No, this is not a complete build.
No.
Why?
Okay.
Because I can take 10 in the place of value 1, I can take 20 in the place of value 2. Simply I can sit. I can't do anything. This is not at all
Okay.
build. Got it?
Okay.
Now I am giving add functionality. Add.
Mhm.
Now is this build?
I think so. Yes.
Yes. Now it is build. I can take 10 in the place of value 1. I can take 20 in the place of value 2. And clicking on add button, it is 30 is coming or not, I can check. Here is scope. We have scope
Yes.
to perform testing. So this is build. This is build. This is build.
Build.
So this build is properly working or not, I don't want. Just I'm concentrating. Is there any chance to perform the action? That means this build is properly further detailed testing or not. I'm doing testing. That's why that is called build acceptance testing. Okay, this build is properly further detailed testing. If you want to perform any testing, this build is perfectly or not, we are doing testing. That's why that is called build acceptance testing or build verification testing or sanity testing or smoke testing. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, but in USA, some companies they are saying before releasing the bill, developers also will conduct testing on this particular build. That type of testing is known as smoke testing. Some companies they are saying before
Mhm.
releasing the bill, developers also will conduct testing on this particular build. This build is properly further detailed testing or not, and developers will do testing. So that time, some companies in USA they are calling smoke testing. Okay.
Okay.
You need to remember whenever you are saying the definition, you can say this point also. Before releasing the
Okay.
bill, developers also will conduct testing on this particular bill. This bill is properly further detailed testing or not. Developers also will conduct testing on this particular bill. So that time we can say smoke testing. In USA,
Smoke testing.
some companies
Hmm.
they are saying smoke testing. Okay,
Okay.
right. One type of testing is finished. Second type, regression testing. Second type testing, Regression testing. Whenever you are working with any software company, max we can perform
Uh-huh.
18 types of testing. So second type of testing is regression testing.
Regression testing.
Regression testing. Regression testing is nothing but this is also one of the type of testing in which one will perform testing on the already tested functionalities again and again. It is also one of the type of testing in which one will perform testing on the application already tested functionalities again and again. So that time we can say regression testing. Regression testing. Already tested functionalities again and again we are doing testing. That's why that is called regression testing. This regression
Regression
testing
test.
we can perform in two situations. We can perform in two situations. We can perform in two situations. What are the situations
Two
we will discuss
situation.
now? We will discuss now. What are the
Okay.
situations we will discuss now? For example, I have an application, sir. I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 20 in the place of value 2. I'm clicking on add button. It is showing 30. Yes, it is working fine. I'm clicking on sub button. It is showing minus 10. It's working fine. I'm clicking on
Okay.
null button. It is showing
Mhm.
200. It's working fine. For example, I'm clicking on div button. It is showing, for example, it is showing 0.6. For example, it is showing 0.6. So it's working fine. It's
Mhm.
working fine. It's working fine. This is not working fine. So then we will raise the defect to developers. We will raise the defect to developers. Developers, they will rectify and they will send to testing department once again. Div is a defect functionality. Div is a defect functionality. Div is a defect functionality. Add, sub, mallu, already tested functionalities. Now we can
Okay.
test the only div functionality or all functionalities we need to perform testing.
All functionalities.
Why? Already add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionality, already tested functionalities. Why we need to perform
Yeah.
once again? Why need to
Because to
do
make
one?
sure, yeah, make sure once it's rectified, it
Hmm,
should work again
hmm,
in the same module.
I will tell you. Whenever the testers
Okay.
has raised the defects rectified by the developers and next bill is released to the testing department, then the testing units will test the defect functionality as well as related functionalities also. So add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionality, already tested functionalities. But we will
Yeah.
do testing. Why we will do testing? Whenever rectifying the defect, this reflection or effect on the already tested functionalities. That's the reason once again we will test the all the functionalities. Add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionalities, already tested functionalities, all are working fine. Only div is the defect functionality, but still we will perform testing on the all the functionalities. So this type of testing is known as regression testing. Add
Regression.
functionality, sub functionality, mul functionality, already tested functionalities, but still we are doing
Mhm.
testing. Still we are performing testing on the add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionality. So this type of testing is known as regression testing situation 1. Okay,
Okay.
got it? Yagira,
Regression testing situation one.
situation 1, that is regression testing only one situation.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Hmm.
Next, I'm taking another application. For example, I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 20 in the place of value 2. I'm clicking
Hmm.
on add button, it is showing 30. I'm clicking on sub button, it is showing minus 10, correct. Mul 200, it is working fine. Div 0.5, it is showing correct. I'm clicking on clear button, application is clear.
Right.
Okay, total application is properly working. Next day, already this functionality, this application totally tested. Next day, developers added new functionality. That is okay functionality. All
Okay.
are tested functionalities, add functionality, sub functionality, null functionality, diff functionality, and clear functionalities are already tested functionalities. But newly, developers added one button, that is okay button. Now, can I test the only okay functionality, or we can perform? Yeah, we can test all the functionalities.
I'm just guessing. I think you don't have to test all other functions. It's just the new functionality you need to test.
Only new
My
functionality will
guess.
be tested.
Yes, that's what I think.
Nah. Whenever
No?
some
Okay.
new features are incorporated by the developers, next build is released to the testing department. Then the test engineers will once again test the related functionalities of the new features in order to confirm that they are working same as our previous. Once again, why? Because they are adding new functionality to application. So that time that already existed functionalities maybe reflect or affect. So that's the reason not only new functionality, we will perform testing on the already existing functionalities or already tested functionalities. Once again, we will do testing. That is called regression testing. Already add
Situation.
functionality, sub functionality, null functionality, div functionality, clear functionalities, already tested functionalities. Still we are doing testing. So
Uh-huh.
that's why that is called regression testing situation 2 or
Oh,
scenario 2. Okay. That is regression
okay.
testing. Regression testing is nothing but already it is a type of testing in which one will perform testing on the already tested functionalities again and again. That's why that is called regression testing. Whenever you are working with any software company, max
Mm-hmm.
two situations we can perform regression testing. Already I told you the two situations. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
right. Next
Okay.
type of testing, retesting. Next type of testing is retesting. Retesting.
Okay.
Retesting. Next type of testing is retesting. What do you mean by retesting? It is also one of
The,
the type of testing. It is also one of the type of testing. What do you mean by retesting? Tell me.
doing the testing repeat in a repeat way, like
So
yeah,
that is called
repeatable
regression
until the
testing.
defect is gone.
That is called regression testing. Already tested functionality, we are doing
Uh,
testing once again. That is called regression testing. What do you mean by retesting?
um,
Hmm. I will tell you. No.
maybe
Hmm.
you pass the testing. Okay. Yeah.
I will tell you. Retesting. It is also one of the type
Okay.
of testing in which one will test the same functionality again and again with different sets of data or multiple sets of data in order to come to a conclusion whether it is working fine or not. Whether it is working fine or not. For example, I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1 and taking 20 in the place of value 2 and clicking on add button. It is showing 30. Now, can I say confidently it is working? Can I say confidently it is working?
Uh, no.
Why?
If you change, maybe it doesn't work with different values. Like if you change
Yes,
it to
yes,
20 and
yes, yes. Now I'm taking 100 here. I'm taking 200 here. I'm clicking on add button. It is showing 300. Oh, it's working. I'm taking 1000 here. I'm taking 2000 here.
Mhm.
I'm clicking on add button. Oh, 3000 it is showing working. Oh, I'm taking 10,000 here. I'm taking 20,000 here. I'm clicking on add button. It is showing 30,000. Yes, confidently I can say now. Yes, application is add functionality is
Yeah.
properly working. I can say. So, retesting is nothing but retesting is also one of the type of testing in which one will test the same functionality again and again with the different sets of data or multiple sets of data in order to come to a conclusion that whether it is working fine or not. we will do testing. We are changing a different sets. Not only we are taking single set of data, I am taking multiple sets of data and clicking an add button. All the data, it's working fine. So that's why confidently I can say add functionality is properly working. This type of testing is known as retesting. Really
Retest.
real time regularly we will do this type of testing, that is retesting, just for confirmation or confidence we will do this retesting. Okay sir,
Okay, yeah, got
three
it.
types of testing finished. Next, alpha testing. Next,
Alpha testing.
alpha testing. What do you mean by alpha testing? Already I told you.
Yeah, alpha testing is done with it's the user acceptance testing.
Yeah, great.
We or
Hmm.
integration level testing.
Yeah, alpha testing is nothing but it is a user acceptance testing. It is a user acceptance testing.
User,
Presence of the user, we will do testing. That's why that is called user acceptance testing. Or in front of user, we are doing testing. That's why that is called user acceptance testing. Or presence of the user, we are doing. So that's why that is called user acceptance testing. Okay. Next, what do you mean by alpha testing? In front of user, in our company, in our resources, in our
yeah.
resources they are doing testing. That's why that is called alpha testing. In our company, in our people they are doing testing in front of user. That's why that is called alpha testing. Next, what do you mean by beta testing?
It's also a one type of user acceptance testing, but it is done in user's own system, user's company, and with oh, hang on, sorry. It's done by third-party company
Hmm.
who only does the testing what
Yes.
from the other company's
Great,
software.
great. Shabash, shabash. Yeah, beta testing also one of the user acceptance testing. Same in front of user we are doing, but not our people. Third party people they are doing in third party location. That's why that is called beta testing. What is the advantages of alpha testing? What is the disadvantages of beta testing?
In alpha testing, because we are doing in our own system, in our own company, we can rectify the mistakes, the defects
Hmm.
as soon as we find it. But beta testing is you because we are running in different system. They might have, they might not run in their system as in that process. So it's easier to find out the defect and rectify it instantly
Yes.
in alpha testing.
If it is alpha testing, if it is alpha testing, we will do in our place. If at all any defect found, then there is a chance of rectifying immediately. Then there is a chance of rectifying immediately. So that is the advantage. Beta testing is nothing but third party people they are doing in third party location. If at all any missing, if at all any missing, so there is no chance to rectifying immediately. There is no chance to rectifying immediately. That is bad name for the company. That's the reason wherever you go, all the software companies encourage only alpha testing, only alpha testing,
Alpha
only
testing.
encourage alpha testing. For example, in Hyderabad city we have nearly 3000, in nearly 3000 companies. Nearly in Hyderabad city we have 3000 software companies, but in Hyderabad city we have
Hmm.
only two third party companies. So what do you mean by, what do you mean? In Hyderabad city we have 3000 companies, but third party companies in Hyderabad city only we have two companies. That
Two.
means
Yeah,
all the companies not encouraging beta testing.
beta
Okay.
testing.
Why they are encouraging? That is a bad name for the company. That is the bad name for the company. That's the reason
Bad name.
none of
Yeah,
the
company.
companies not encouraging beta testing nowadays.
Beta testing.
Right.
Okay.
Next to testing, static testing. Static, static, static. What do you mean by
Static
static?
testing.
What do you mean by static?
Um, Static means which is not dynamic. It's stable one.
Yeah, static testing means it doesn't change. You mean
Change,
it
exactly.
doesn't change, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. But here is static is nothing but without performing any actions on the application, we can test the application. Then the type of testing is known as static testing. Without performing any actions on the application, we can test the application. Then the type of testing is known as static testing. For
static testing.
example, for example, customer want one application. Customer want one application. In that application, add button, sub button, null button, div button should be there. That is one requirement. Add button, sub button, null button, div button, all buttons should have that. All buttons have should have height same. And add button, sub button, null button, div button, all buttons should have height same. That is the customer requirement. So without performing any actions on the application, we can see and say that is the look and feel. We can see and say that type of testing is known as static testing. The type of testing is known as static testing. Got it,
Static
sir?
testing.
Without performing any actions on the application, still we can test the application. The type of testing is known as static testing. Static testing best example code review, document review, code review or document review. For example, we can do static testing in 4 to 5 ways. We can do static testing for any application. We can do 4 to 5 ways. One is availability.
Hmm. Availability.
Each and every object or each and every functionality is available or not. So if you want to check, so there is no need to perform any actions. We can see and say add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionality, div functionality available or not. So no need to perform any actions. We can see and say add, sub, mul, div available. Yes, all functionality is available. So availability base we can test the application. So that is static testing. Next
Alignment.
alignment. Each and every object or each and every functionality having alignment or not. Each and every functionalities alignment is properly or not. So there is no need to perform any action. Without performing any action, we can see and say, okay, yes, alignment
Yeah,
is good. Consistency. Each and every object is consistent with each other. Add functionality, sub functionality, mul functionality, div functionality. All functionalities consistent with each other. So consistent. Already all functionalities, all functionalities consistency with each other. So spelling and grammar. If you want to know all the all the objects spelled properly or not. So if you want to know spelled properly or not, no need to perform any actions. We can see and say yes.
yeah.
Add, add, sub, sub, mul, mul, div, clear, value 1, value 2, result. Oh yes, spelling all the functionalities having correct spelling. Next,
Correct spelling on.
hmm,
Mhm.
next color. Result text color is blue. Value 1, value 2, add, sub, mallu, div, clear, black. So if you want to know the color, no need to perform any actions. Without performing any actions, we can see and say. We can see and say.
See
So
and say.
this
Yeah.
type of testing is known as static testing. Static testing. Without performing any actions on the application, we can test the application. Then the type of testing is known as static testing.
Static testing.
Right. Next testing. Dynamic testing. Next testing. Dynamic testing. Next testing. Dynamic testing.
Dynamic testing.
Dynamic testing means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the application, then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. Then the type of testing is known as dynamic testing. For example, yeah, Raj, now add functionality
Hmm.
is properly working or not. Just see and say
No, you can't tell
why.
because you have to perform some actions. If
Yeah.
the result is,
Ah,
yeah,
yes. Okay, we need to perform some actions on the application. Then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. So that type of testing is known as dynamic testing. So without performing any action, add functionality is properly working or not, we can't say. So compulsory we need to take 10 in the place of value 1. We need to take some value into value 1 and we need to take some value into the value 2. If you click on add button, oh, it is showing 33 or not, we can check it. So that means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality, then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. That type of testing is known as dynamic testing. Or we can say functional testing. Functional testing means compulsory we need to perform some actions on the functionality, then only we can say that functionality is properly working or not. This type of testing is known as dynamic testing or functional testing also. We can say functional testing
okay,
also.
functional.
Next testing, installation testing. Next testing, installation testing. Next testing, installation testing.
Inst-
Whenever you are working with any software company, each and every software company, separately they will maintain deployment engineers or installation engineers. They will maintain installation engineers or deployment engineers. But some companies will not maintain deployment engineers. Deployment engineers or installation engineers. Why? Because installation or deployment, it will happen. It will happen yearly once or twice. Once or twice.
okay,
Installation or delivery. Whenever you are working with any software company, after developing the application, compulsory we need to install the application into the client environment. We need to install the application into the client environment. For the
fine.
for the purpose, each and every software company separately they will maintain installation engineers or deployment engineers. Okay, only single purpose, only single purpose. Yearly we will install the application into the client environment or deployment. It will happen yearly once or twice. Yearly once or twice.
Once or
Only
twice.
for that purpose, some companies they will maintain deployment engineers or installation engineers. So these installation engineers will go to the client place and they will install the application into the client environment. They will install the application into the client environment.
Client
After
environment.
developing the application, compulsory we need to install the application into the client environment. Okay. For that
Mm,
purpose,
okay,
each and every software company, some companies they will maintain deployment engineers. Some companies will not maintain deployment engineers. So in that situation, only senior software test engineers will go to the client place and they will install the application into the client environment. So whenever you are working with any software company, each and every software company, they will provide installation document. They will provide installation document.
Ins-
Using that installation document, that test engineers or deployment engineers, they will install the application into the client environment. If at all installation successful, then they will come to a conclusion that the given guidelines correct. Otherwise, then
mhm.
they will come to a then they will come to a conclusion that the given guidelines not correct. Why? Because they are not applying own ideas. Whatever they are given in the installation document, that
Document.
installation documents guidelines they will follow. They will not apply own ideas. Whatever having an installation document guidelines, they will
Mhm.
follow that guidelines strictly. If at all installation successful, then they will come to a conclusion that the given guidelines correct. Otherwise, they will come to a conclusion that the given guidelines not correct. Why? Because they are not applying own ideas. Okay, they will follow
Okay,
only installation document. Okay, So if at all installation successful, that guidelines correct. Otherwise, that guidelines not correct. Okay, that is installation testing. Installation testing also done by test engineers only. Some
Test.
companies, only
Okay.
0.1% companies only, separately they will maintain deployment engineers. Why? Because deployment daily we will not do. Once yearly, once or
Or
twice.
yearly.
Okay. So for that purpose, all the software companies separately they will not maintain deployment engineers. So senior software test engineer or senior software test engineer only go to the client place or customer place and he will install the application into the client environment. Okay,
Okay.
that is installation testing.
Test.
Next to testing, compatibility testing.
Compatibility.
Next testing, compatibility testing. Compatibility. For example, okay, for example, ICICI Bank people they want one software. They want one software. They inquired which is the best software company for this software development. Somebody they got information. Infosys is the best. So first of all, they
Mhm.
will go to Infosys and they will tell the all the requirements very clearly. Sir, I want one application. That application should work
Uh-huh.
in Windows 7. That application should work in Windows 7. So based on the that particular customer or ICICI Bank people request, they will develop one application. Okay. Based on the customer requirement, they will develop the application. That application should work fine Windows 7. While
Only
developing the
on Windows.
application, which technology suits for Windows 7, they will select the technology and they will develop the application. That is project. That is project. That is what? Project. Project is nothing but
Process.
project is something that is developed based on the particular customer requirements and used by that particular customer only. That is called project. Based on the
Process.
ICICI Bank people request or requirements, that Infosys people will develop the application. Based on the ICICI Bank people request only they are developing. So that is called project. Project is something that is developed based on the particular customer requirements. Finished. For example,
Okay.
that Infosys people they are developing one product. They are developing one
Uh-huh.
product means in different customers, different operating systems, already different softwares already installed operating system people will be use that product means that is not only Hyderabad, not only in Hyderabad, Kolkata, not only in Nepal. So if it is product, worldwide people will be access that one. So number of operating systems, number of people they will use that product. So if it is software, if it is satisfying the only customer requirements, more than enough. But product means it is worldwide people will be access. So whenever developing the product, they will concentrate on, they will check different combinations, they will check different combinations, and they will install the application into different combinations, and they will check. After checking, they will install the application into the market. For example, okay, for example, if it is one product that is X, product name is X, they want to
Mm-hmm.
deliver into market. First of all, they will install one XP software, XP environment, and they will install one Windows 7, Windows 8, something Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to deliver the one product into, or they want to release the this product into market. So before they will install into different combinations. For example, that is Windows XP environment, already Java and Oracle installed. Java and Oracle installed. Already Java and Oracle installed. Then if I install the this X product, then that time it is working fine or not. Already
Mm-hmm.
Java and testing also installed. In that situation, it is working or not. For example, if it is Mac, already SAP and .NET already installed. SAP and .NET already installed. In that situation, it is working or not. If I install
Mm-hmm.
this X product, if it is work or not. So they will install different combinations and they will do testing. So that's why that is called compatibility testing.
Compatibility test.
There are two types of companies. One is project based company, other one is product based company.
Product based.
Yeah, if it is project based company, it will satisfy the only one customer requirements. If it is product,
Yeah.
worldwide users, worldwide customers, different people, different operating systems they will use. In that situation, application should work fine. So it is working or not. So before releasing to market, they will install different combinations and they will install the application into different operating systems and they will perform testing. So that's why that is called compatibility testing. Okay, this compatibility testing
Okay.
usually we will do in product based companies. If it is project based company, we need to satisfy the only single user customer. If it is satisfying the single user customer, more than enough. But this is product means worldwide users, worldwide different
Worldwide.
operating systems, different people will be used in their situations. So it is working or not, we will do testing. That is called compatibility testing. Usually we will do in product based companies. Got it?
Okay.
All right. Next to testing, monkey testing. Next to testing, monkey testing.
Monkey.
Yeah. Monkey
Thunder. Okay.
testing. This is also one of the type of testing. Monkey testing also one of the type of testing, in which one will perform abnormal actions on the functionality intentionally in order to find out the stability of the application. So the type of testing is known as monkey testing. Okay, monkey testing is nothing but this is
Mm-hmm.
the one of the negative testing. We will perform negative testing. A test engineer should have negative mindset up. Then only he will become a good test engineer. A test engineer should have negative mindset up. So for example, I'm taking an application, I'm taking an application. For example, I'm taking an application and taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 10 in the place of value 1. I'm taking 20 in the place of value 2. I'm clicking an add button. This is normally action. This is normally action. This is normally action. So next, what do you mean by abnormal action? I'm not taking anything. Directly I'm clicking on add button. Directly I'm clicking on
Mm-hmm.
add button. That is called abnormal action. That is called abnormal action.
Abnormal.
Intentionally I'm doing you. Why I'm doing you? In order to find out the stability of the application. In order to find out the stability of the application I'm doing you. This is one of the type of negative testing. So why I'm doing negative testing? In order to find out the stability of the application. Then only we can get the good results. So a test engineer should have the negative mindset of. Okay, monkey testing means it is also one of the type of testing in which one will perform abnormal actions on the application intentionally in order to find out the stability of the application. So the type of testing is known as monkey testing. Okay,
Okay.
that is one of the negative testing. Okay, next testing, reliability testing. Same, similar to monkey testing only. Reliability testing. Just similar to monkey testing only.
Monkey
Monkey
test.
testing only. Reliability testing also one of
Test.
the type of testing in which one will perform continuous actions on the application. One will perform continuous actions on the application. Why they are doing continuous action? In order to find out the stability of the application. Only stability purpose they are doing testing. So that's why that is called reliability testing. Monkey testing and reliability testing both are belongs to soak testings. Both are belongs to soak testings. So both are negative testings. Both are negative testing. One is abnormal action, that is monkey testing. One is continuous action, that is reliability testing. Both are belongs to SOAK testings. Next testing,
So.
SOAK, SOAK.
Okay.
Next testing, end-to-end testing. End-to-end testing. Next testing, end-to-end testing. For example, I'm going to bank. and log into the application. I'm doing balance inquiry. After that, I'm doing one action money transfer, and next I'm doing money withdrawals, and I'm doing cash deposit. Finally, I'm log out. Login done by me and log out also done by me. So into two, login is a starting scenario, log out is a ending scenario. So I'm working with login starting scenario to ending scenario. So that is called end to end testing. I'm working with this application end to end. So this is called end to end testing. This is called end to end testing. This is also one of the type of testing. Next testing, usability testing. Next testing, usability. Next testing, usability
User.
testing. Usability means user friendly. User friendly. User friendly. Usability means user friendly.
User.
Not only justifying the customer requirements, not only justifying the customer requirements, so that application should be user friendly. That application should be user friendly. For example, we have many browsers like Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, and something. We have number of browsers. Okay, Max, wherever you go, most of the people they will be use which one?
What?
Raj.
Sorry.
In market we have number of browsers like windows internet explorer and google chrome and mozilla firefox, something number of browsers available in the market, but most of the people they will be use which one?
Google Chrome.
Google chrome. Why they are using google chrome?
Because it's user friendly. You don't
Yeah,
have to go
right,
to
right.
type.
That's the
Yeah.
user. Google chrome is very user friendly. That's the reason most of the people they are choosing only google chrome. Okay, that the user friendly means user whenever you are working with that application, user feel convenient or comfortable. Okay, not only justifying the customer requirements, that is not quality application. Okay, if it is just satisfying the customer requirements, that is not quality application. There should be
Quality.
there should be there should be user friendly, then only we can say that application is quality application. Okay.
Quality.
Okay, after testing, after developing, after testing our application, we will do usability testing also. This application is user friendly or not. Not only justifying the customer requirements, that application should be user friendly. This application is user friendly or not, we will do testing. That is called usability testing. That is called usability testing.
Usability testing.
Yes. Next testing, experts testing.
Expert testing.
What do you mean by expert?
Skillful.
Hmm.
Who knows? Who is well? Who knows the thing? The subject very well.
Yeah. For example, I'm the person, I'm working in one domain, banking domain. I'm working in banking domain since from 10 years. Since from 10 years. I will become
10
a
years.
expert. I will become a expert. So whenever you are working with any software company, some companies separately they will maintain domain experts. Domain experts. These domain experts, without having any customer requirement document, directly they can perform testing on the application. So the type of testing is known as experts testing. Only domain experts
Okay.
can do this work without having any customer requirements. That means what is customer requirement they don't want, so directly they can do testing. Why? Because they are the experts. They are the experts already. They become the experts. Why? So already they have 10 years of experience. They know everything application, how to behave in which area, how to behave. Okay, so that's the reason.
Okay.
Without having any customer requirement documented, directly they can perform testing on the application. So the type of testing is known as expert testing.
Expert testing.
This rarely they will do this type of testing. Why?
Uh,
Because whenever you are working with any software company, perfectly they will do planning. Okay, if it is on time or in time, if it is not completed, that time they will call domain experts. So Domain
Okay.
experts, without having any customer requirement document, directly they can do testing, they can perform testing, they can do that particular task within time. So it's very rarely they will call the domain experts.
Uh,
Next to testing, port. Port means client place. Port means client place.
Clients.
After developing the application, after testing the application, we need to install the application into the client environment. Okay, after installing the application into client environment, in that environment application is properly working or not, we will do testing. That is called port testing. Port means it is a client place. After installing the application into the client environment, in that environment application is properly working or not, they will do testing. They will do testing. That is called port testing. Port means client place. After installing the application only we will do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next testing, mutation testing. Mutation testing is also one of the type of testing. So developers will develop the application. The developers will develop the application like just they develop three buttons in the application, but testers will do some changes, will do some changes. So that is called mutation testing. Developers
Okay.
do
Oh,
develops developed one application, but testers will do some changes, some changes.
okay.
If it is request or order or customer requirement, they will do some changes. That is called mutation testing. Next testing, ad-hoc testing.
Sorry, one question. One question on mutation. Is it done by the testers or is
No,
it
no,
done
no,
by
no, no.
developers?
This is done by developers only, but they are giving the suggestions or order or request, whatever it is. This is done by developers
Oh,
only. So testers they don't have any knowledge. They will not do any changes. They will give the suggestions. They will give the orders.
okay.
They will give the requests, but they can't do any changes. So developers only can do, but they will give suggestions. That is mutation test.
Okay.
Next one, ad-hoc testing. Very very important testing, ad-hoc testing.
Okay.
For example, you are working in one software company. This work
Mhm.
will take nearly 20 days. This work will take 20 days. Suddenly, your team lead came and he's saying, Raj, at any cost, today you need to complete this work.
Okay.
No, he know this work will take 20 days. If you
Right.
do daily 10 hours, it will take 20 days. You know, he know. But he's saying, suddenly he came, Raj, at any cost, you should do work today only. What will you do? You need to complete entire work today only, he's saying. So what will you do?
Okay. Maybe I will
What
I'll
will you do?
call more people, more teams, more people in the team.
No, 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 no. There is no chance. Why? Because whenever you are working with any software company, so first of all they will give training. So then only they will take into project. So middle of the project, so they once again we need to give the training. So then only they can do work. Otherwise they can't do. So what is the reason?
Okay.
Okay, how to solve this problem? So we will do ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing means after understanding the requirements very clearly, we will do our own style. So that is called ad hoc testing. Nothing but something better than nothing, right?
Okay.
Something better than
Nothing.
nothing. So we can't do entire work. We can't complete, but still we need to do something. So we will do ad hoc testing. What do you mean by ad hoc testing? After understanding the requirements very clearly, our own style we will do testing. That is called ad hoc testing. After understanding the requirements very clearly, we will do our own style.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that is called ad hoc testing. We can't complete that work 100% successfully, but still nothing better than something better than nothing. So we will do ad
Okay.
hoc testing. Okay. Okay, here
Yeah,
is
got
application
it.
quality. We can say 60 to 70% only quality. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. This is also we can do in rare
Okay.
situation. We can do in rare situations. Next, last testing, 18th one, that is security testing. Security testing.
Security. Mhm.
Security testing we can do in three ways. One is authentication testing. We can do in three ways. One is authentication testing. Second one, direct URL testing. Third one is firewall leakage testing. Authentication testing, direct URL testing, firewall leakage testing. Okay. Security testing we can do in
Okay.
three ways. One is authentication testing. Authentication means, for example, one customer developed one application
Mhm.
and that application here we have one username and one password fields. Customer saying application should take username is triple A, password is triple B saying.
Mhm.
So customer requirement is application in that application we have two fields. One is username field, other one is password field. Always that application should take username always triple A, password should be triple B is saying. So we need to do testing. So in that situation, we will take different usernames, wrong usernames, and we will take different wrong passwords. So whenever you are taking wrong usernames and wrong passwords, application is allowing or not, we will do testing. So that's is called
Uh,
authentication testing. Why we are calling authentication testing? After giving username and password, if you click on login button, sometime that application should take some time. It will take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. In that in that the 5 to 6 seconds, why it is taking? So it is comparing with the actual username and actual password. Now we entered some information, username and password. It will compare the two things. If it is both are same, it will enter into login. Otherwise, it will say error message. That is authentication. That is called authentication. It will compare
Authentication.
the expected value. Means already whenever you are registering that time you gave some information. So in this authentication time it will compare with that registered username and password, and what you entered this username and password it will compare. So if it is both are same, it will enter into next page or home page. Otherwise it will show you error message. That is called authentication testing. Got it?
Okay. Is it not similar to monkey testing?
No, no,
Negative
no.
testing.
Monkey is different. Monkey is different. Intentionally, we are doing testing that is called monkey testing, but it is security testing. So my username is Akhil, password is Reddy. My username is Akhil, password
Okay.
is Reddy. So whenever I'm giving only Akhil and user password Reddy, so then only I can enter into login. But if I give another names also, it is allowing or not, we are doing testing, we are doing security testing. It is taking any other names, it is taking any other usernames, it is allowing any other names, we are checking. So this is
Mm-hmm.
testing, we are doing testing. So not only correct username correct password, we are giving wrong username wrong password. In that situation also, this application is allowing or not, we are doing testing. So that is called security testing, authentication testing.
Authentication. Mm-hmm.
Next, direct URL testing. URL, URL, after opening, after
Website. Mm-hmm.
logging into our application or logging into our mail, so top of the page you can get URL. Yes.
Yeah, where you put www.google.com.
Yeah. So then we can get URL after entering into our mail. So top of the page we can get our mail URL. Mail URL. So using that
URL.
URL, using that URL, if someone access or if one using that URL, if anyone access to that mail, it is allowing or not, we are doing testing. Then that is called direct URL testing. They are copying or they are entering same URL in other page or other computer, other place. If they are entering only that URL, so using that URL, they are accessing the information or not. We are doing testing, so that is called direct URL testing. Only URL.
Okay. Sometimes when you log into your Yahoo Mail,
Hmm.
you you already type in your username, password, and you see a mail and you close the URL
Hmm.
and come out. And after 2 or 3 days, you again go to Google Chrome. You go to the URL. If you type like Yahoo, then it will show the history of the thing you typed before. So is that the testing you done like, okay, because I've already visited this page, I click on that page and it will come up the same page what I logged in 2 days ago. Is
Yeah,
that the
wait.
one?
No, 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 no. I will tell you. Yes.
Okay.
1 second, wait. Now I'm entering into Facebook. So after entering Facebook, oh, Facebook, I'm entering into Facebook. Oh, this is my URL. This is my URL. If somebody they are copying and they are entering into any other system or browser, so in that situation it is opening or it is accessing, allowing or
Uh,
not. We are doing testing, so that's why that is called direct URL testing. Got it?
okay. Mm,
Next testing, last testing, that one authentic. Sorry, firewall leakage testing. Next testing, last testing, firewall leakage testing. Whenever you are working with any software company, all companies they will maintain common repositories. They will maintain common repositories. Common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total information. Common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total information. We can store the total information. So here we have one repository. Each and every software company separately they will maintain common repository. Common repository is nothing but it is a storage place where we can store the total information. So each and every company they will separately they will maintain this one. Each and every employee having username and password. Using that username and password, they will access this information. For example, I am the test engineer. I am test engineer. I can access up to here only. I have username and password. Using my username and password, I can access up to here only. Yeah, Raj, are you there?
yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, for example, team lead. He can access up to here. For example, project lead. Using his username and password, he can access up to here. This
Mm-hmm.
company CEO, he can access central information. He can access and he can delete, he can edit, he can do anything. Okay.
Okay.
Using his username and password, he can access entire information. Okay. One level of
Okay.
users using the using that username and password, other level of users. So I'm your test engineer. I want to access other level of pages. In that situation, this application is allowing or not. We are doing testing. So that is called firewall leakage testing. One level
Firewall.
of users
Okay. Okay.
using username and password, they want to access other level of pages. In that situation, it is allowing or not. We are doing testing. So that is called firewall
Firewall.
leakage testing.
Okay.
Okay, one level of users
Uh,
using username and password, they want to access other level of pages. In that situation, it is allowing or not allowing or not. We are doing testing, so that is called firewall leakage testing. Okay, these are
okay.
the 18 types of testings. What we discussed today,
Interesting.
types of testing. First one is build acceptance testing, BAT. First one, build acceptance
Yeah.
testing. Second one, regression testing. Third one is retesting.
Yeah.
And alpha testing,
Alpha testing.
beta testing,
beta testing.
static testing, dynamic testing, and installation testing,
Installation.
compatibility testing.
Okay.
Next, end-to-end testing and monkey testing, usability testing, experts testing, port testing, mutation, reliability,
Ad-hoc.
ad-hoc.
Security.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Last one is security. Last one is security testing.
Security testing.
These are the 18 types of testing, and Monday onwards we can enter into STLC, software testing lifecycle. That is the art of the course we will discuss on Saturday. STLC, software testing lifecycle. That
STL.
is heart of the course we will discuss later on Saturday. Saturday also we have class
Oh,
India time 3:10, 3:10. Okay.
310.
Now
Okay.
I will send you total notes and the recorded files, everything I will send you. But if it is this recorded file, if you want this recorded file, you need to wait nearly 30 minutes. Why? Because if it is, it will take nearly, we need to convert the file. So if you want to convert the file, it will take nearly 20 minutes. So I will send you
Okay.
within 20 to 25 minutes. You can get recorded file and notes, everything.
No problem, sir.
Okay, sir.
No problem. But for some reason, the last
Hmm.
class, the documents I haven't received. It only says connecting, but I can't get access
Okay,
into
sure,
it.
sir. Once again, I will send you now. Okay, but you should wait nearly 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I can. I can wait. No
Okay.
problem.
Have a
I have
nice
the whole
day.
day to.
Have a nice day. Take
You
care. Good
okay? Thank
night.
you very
On
much. See you
Monday,
on Saturday.
Monday, India time, 3:30 or 3:10, 3 o'clock, 3 to 3:10. Okay, India time, 3
Okay.
o'clock, we have class. Okay, Saturday, India
Saturday,
time,
Monday.
Saturday, we have class, sir. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Bye. Good night.
Thank you very much, Akhil sir. Okay, have a
Bye.
nice day. Bye.
Thank you.